Who here tonight volunteers? Well, on behalf of Australia, I'd like to say a big thank you for your contributions. Indeed, the unpaid work that you and others like you do around the country is estimated to be worth over $290 billion a year to the Australian economy. Furthermore, without your contributions, many vital community services could not exist. These services include fire and emergency response in rural areas, animal shelters, aged care, youth education, the list goes on. Unfortunately, many of these services are under threat from both the high turnover of existing volunteers and ongoing difficulty in attracting new ones. My research aims to tackle the volunteer turnover problem by helping volunteer organisations better target their recruitment strategies. What do I mean by that? Well, in my experience, many volunteering organisations try to recruit, and I'm quoting here, anybody with a pulse. Now, the problem with recruiting anyone with a pulse lies in the fact that we are all different from each other, and our differences mean that not every volunteering opportunity is equally suitable for each person. For example, say an extroverted person like this puppy dog here, they would probably really enjoy leading a pack of scouts week in and week out. Whereas an introverted person like this tortoise on the right here may become burned out by this and leave Scouts. In fact, our research has shown that Scouts' extroverted volunteers tend to remain for longer than their introverted counterparts. So given this, what if there were a way that Scouts could attract more extroverted volunteers? My research program aims to achieve exactly this through the use of targeted recruitment messages. These messages work by describing opportunities that the Scouts can offer volunteers in a way that will appeal most of all to extroverts. For example, we know that extroverts like to take the lead, they like to be at the centre of attention, and they thrive in social settings. So if Scouts were to promote opportunities like these, then it follows that extroverted volunteers will line up as Scouts and introverted counterparts will look elsewhere for opportunities. Though this simple example shows how to bring more extroverts into Scouts, my lab research has shown that messages like these can be used to target other characteristics which are likely to be important for other volunteer roles. So whereas the Scout leader may not be the ideal role for an introvert, there are plenty of other volunteering opportunities out there that introverts may enjoy if we can just connect them. So over the next 2 years, I'll be working with Scouts and the state emergency services to help reduce their turnover by improving their recruitment using these ideas. But in the future, I hope that my research can be used to better connect people to more suitable and enjoyable volunteer roles given their personality, which should see the thriving pool of volunteers in Australia grow. Thank you.